Hi, everyone. Welcome in. We've already got people here as well. Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Sophia. I am an advisor and psychic for Cassandra. I have been with them for around 2 years now. I am a full-time tarot reader. That is my job. That is my lifestyle. So it's great. I also do some streaming of tarot, which is awesome as well. So it's great to be here with all you guys, being able to share it with you. I've been doing tarot for around, 5 years now. Time has no meaning anymore. So around 5 years now, and I've been doing it professionally for around 3. And it's great to be with you all tonight. This is awesome. So thank you. We'll be taking comments in just a minute. But yeah, it's so great to be here with you all and to read for you all. And if we don't manage to get around to your comments, obviously we only have a certain amount of time, sadly, tonight. But if we don't manage to get around to your question, you can always come chat with me afterwards. So yeah, that'll be awesome. Oh, so Aisha, awesome. First person. When do you see me meeting someone new with regards to love? Single, 17th of May, 1993. We can for sure look into that for you, dear. Not a problem at all. And it's lovely to meet you, Aisha. So when will Aisha meet someone you can get into a relationship with? Okay, so you're going to meet someone new in around a year's time. You will have a couple of casual dating, situationship type things between now and then, but nobody will be quite right. But in around 12 months' time, so January, February of next year, you will get into a relationship with somebody awesome. So that's super great to hear. Also, if anyone is in tonight who wants to ask a question but doesn't quite know what to ask, but they are feeling called to a reading, you can request something called guidance from the universe, or as I like to call it, universe spaghetti, because it usually opens a can of worms. And all that is we ask the universe what there is that you might need to know right now. So if you feel like, I'm really called for reading, I feel like there's really some information out there that I need to know, but I'm not sure quite what it is, just ask for some universal guidance. We can look into that for you. So we will move on to the next question. Let's see who we have up next. AJ, awesome to have you here, AJ. What do I got in store for future? How will my love life be? Okay, so sadly we only have time to look into one question at a time tonight, because we want to make sure we answer as many questions for everybody as we possibly can. So we'll look into your love life for this year, Arthur. Let's have a look at that. Let's see what that's going to look like. So how is Arthur's love life this year going to be? Oh, okay, that was quick. Okay. So sadly, this year isn't going to be the best or the easiest for you, because you do have a lot of commitments on your plate right now that you do need to balance out and try and find time to fit everything in. And love life, sadly, sometimes relationships do need more time than we necessarily have time for. So it is possible, but you really have to be willing to put effort and time into your relationships or romantic relationships and dating if you want them to have any chance of being successful. However, if you aren't able to have the time to, really dedicate yourself to another person, then maybe you should just leave it as casual relationships for the time being, and see where it might go from there. So we can get the next question. Awesome. So Melissa, will I be with the man I want to be in a relationship with? Melissa, we do need names and dates of birth of everyone involved, I'm afraid to say, because I can't read for anybody without a date of birth. I do need to make sure that I do have name and date of birth for everybody. So sadly, we won't be able to answer your question there specifically to that person. I'm sorry to say that, my dear, but if you want to either retype your comment and we'll try and get back around to it, Melissa, with the name and the date of the birth of the person in question, or if you want to come to me afterwards, we can get a little more deeply into it. We certainly can do for that. So if we have the next question then, please. Anastasia, awesome. When you'll see, oh, God, we can certainly look into that for you, dear. Let me take a gander. So when will you see some positive changes in your love life? Oh, hello. There we go. Let's take a look. Okay, well, things are already looking up. So, Anastasia, it is less about a when and more about you taking initiative to actually make improvements, because it feels very much here like there are definitely options for you, but you sometimes end up in situations with people who may not be the best for you. And then you ask yourself, well, what's wrong with me? Why am I the issue? What's wrong with me? Why wasn't I right for them? Why don't they want to commit to me? But the problem isn't that they don't want to commit to you. You're picking people that you know are emotionally unavailable, and you think that you can change them if they like you enough. Sadly, that's not going to be the way it happens. But once you do actually start going for people that don't need changing, don't need work, don't need you to bring out the best of them because they are already their best selves, it is really, really going to look up for you and really look like a beautiful future. So yeah, sadly, it's less of a when with regards to timescale, and it's more dependent on how you choose to move forward with regards to your love life. So I hope you find that really helpful, darling. And I'm sorry it wasn't an easy answer to the question. Okay, if we can have the next question, please. Okay, I want to know the future with Mark. We have been talking for a year, last seen August of last year. Okay, Ashley. Again, Ashley, I'm sorry we don't have your date of birth there, darling. So unfortunately, we won't be able to read for you today. But again, if you do want to retype it with your full details in there, we certainly can do. But yeah, just so you are all aware in the comments, we do need your name. It can just be your first name if you're not comfortable putting your second, but it can just be your name, your first name, and your date of birth, and then the other person's name and date of birth if there is someone else involved. Just so you are aware, though. We cannot read anything to do with medical issues. That isn't something I personally read on for legal or moral reasons. I cannot read for anybody under the age of 18. Again, just not allowed to do it. And if you're asking about children that you aren't the parent or guardian of, again, I can't do that reading on that for you. And just so you are all aware, again, pregnancy does fall under the medical issues category. So unfortunately, I can't look into that for you. Just morally and legally, we're not allowed to do it as tarot readers. But anything else we can certainly look into for you as long as we've got the details we need. There is a little note in the bottom there. So there we go. Just going across your screen now. Just right there. So if you can add your name and date of birth and then the name and date of birth of your person you want to look into, we can certainly have a look. So if we can have the next comment, please. Your wife and you have been separated for a year now after her dad passed. Will we reconcile lovingly and positively with no other partners in between, and possibly when or not at all? Andre, I'm very, very sorry to hear that, but I can certainly look into that for you, darling. Let me have a look. I know how hard it can be losing somebody and the ripple effect that can have into other interpersonal relationships. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but let's have a gander. Will Andre have a life? Oh. You're going to have to bear with me one moment because that card decided to fly over the screen right down the back of my desk because it really had something to say, apparently. So hold on for me one moment. We're going to retrieve that. This is the only issue when the cards are extra vocal and there's a lot of energy involved in a call or in a stream. There's a lot of energy here, so the cards are really just popping out. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So, sadly, I'm sorry to say it doesn't appear that you will reconcile together anywhere in the near future. She still needs some time alone. I'm feeling that there is the possibility that it may happen eventually, but it's still very much in the balance. She still needs a lot of time to heal and a lot of time by herself. So I'm sorry I'm not able to give you a definitive answer right now, but in her own heart and in her own mind, she's not even 100% sure, but she knows for right now she does need to be on her own. So I'm sorry it's such a difficult situation for you. But yeah, I'm sorry to say. But thank you for your question, Andre. I'm sorry it wasn't better news. And if we can have the next question, please. Rebecca and Roger, are we twin flames meant to reunite soon? Okay, so just a little bit for you here on twin flames. So twin flames has kind of been misconstrued as it's been adopted by Western culture. I am not an expert on twin flames by any means with regards to the Eastern cultural belief system of twin flames. But essentially, twin flames aren't like soulmates. Soulmates are people that are meant to come into your life and you balance each other out. And you can have romantic soulmates as well as platonic soulmates. There isn't just the one kind. We don't all just have one soulmate in this life. We have many soulmates for many different reasons. Now, twin flames are the exact opposites of soulmates. They are literally your soul in another body, from my understanding of it. But twin flames aren't always necessarily the people that we are meant to be with. A lot of the time, because it is literally us and another person, it can be very, very toxic. It can become very, very, it doesn't make us into our best selves. It makes us into our worst selves because we're not actively trying to, call out the issues in each other because we see them in ourselves. So it stops personal growth, and it can become very toxic, very twisted very quickly. So being with your twin flame is not always the ideal. It's never going to be a happy, healthy, or drama-free relationship. So being with your twin flame isn't something that you're wanting to aim for, but we can certainly check whether you and Roger are going to reunite. There we go. You aren't twin flames, from what I can see here. However, there is the potential for you to get back together. You just need to both actively want to work at it and work on the issues that drove you apart in the first place and led mainly him wanting a bit more freedom and a bit of a step back from the relationship. So there is definitely the potential for getting back together, but you both have to be willing to work on yourselves and work on the relationship together. Couples therapy would definitely be something that would help you here if you did want to do that. Sadly, if neither of you are able or willing to work on yourselves or work on the relationship, it isn't going to end well. Sorry, it's not better news. As I say, sometimes with these readings, it's never going to be what you want to hear, but I will always be as honest as possible with you because I feel like even if it's not the news we want to hear, sometimes it is the news we need to hear. And we'll move on to the next question. I'd like to if my ex-husband will call back to me soon. If so, okay, let's have a look. Will Alicia's ex-husband come back to her? And that one's gone away again. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this is positive. Oh, this is promising. This is very promising. Let me retrieve the fourth card that's run away. There we go. Okay. So, you both need a willingness to attend couples therapy or marriage counseling or something of the sorts, because you need a helping hand to work. Like, there is a lot of love still there. Absolutely a lot of love still there between the both of you, but you have issues and differences that are really causing a clash and making the relationship quite unhealthy. And for people asking about relationship questions, this will be a theme that pops up time and time again, where a lot of the time we do need help because there can be a lot of love for two people, but if you're not willing to work on the differences that cause you to clash and get external help a lot of the time, because we sometimes, you try and sort out an issue with a partner and you just end up having an argument because you're not willing to listen to each other. External help will actually help you. If you do get that external help, you've got the potential for a really, really happy relationship going forward, and the potential to really come back together and have a really happy relationship going forward. So that's really lovely to hear. But so if you can reach out to him, suggest couples therapy. If you can get some therapy and work through your issues together, that's great. However, obviously, like I say, if there isn't some kind of mediation in the middle, it's sadly unlikely going to work. And even if he does return, it won't end very well, unfortunately. And can we have the next question, please? And I can read the comments, my dears. Just so you are aware, people like Nancy, if you would like to ask a question, we do need your name and date of birth and the person's in a relationship to you, or their name and date of birth. So if it's your husband, your partner, we can just have husband or partner and their date of birth. But if it is somebody that is like that, we do need a name and a date of birth. We can't just have will my ex contact me, because we need somewhere to connect, but also to make sure that the person isn't under the age of 18, as it is legally we have to make sure the person is over the age of 18. Samantha, I love your pink hair, by the way, twins. Want to know if your ex-boyfriend will believe me and want to start over with me. Okay, let's have a little look. Will Samantha's ex-boyfriend leave her and want to start over with her? There we go. Let's have a gander. I'm sorry to say, my dear, that it feels like he is in a much more emotionally balanced place now that your relationship is no longer a current thing. Now that your relationship is in the past, and he's wanting to move forward rather than move backwards. So I'm sad to say that, unfortunately, you won't be reuniting. Sorry, it's not better news. If we can have the next question, please. Okay. Deborah, you've been dating KN. We are not in communication. I want to know if this is the end of our relationship. I can certainly have a look at that. Bear with me one moment. Okay. So, has the friend connection come to its end? Oh, my finger stuck. There we go. Cards really wanted me to make sure it's the right card. I'm sorry to say, dear, that sadly it is the end of your connection there. There is no going forward. They have got a new opportunity with a lot of prospects for them with regards to finances, and essentially they don't have the time for you anymore if they are going to focus on this. But they don't have the heart to actually be able to break up with you. Which is a pretty damn crappy thing to do. I'm not going to lie to you. However, sadly, if it does give you some closure so that you can move on, it isn't something that is going to be occurring in your future. So I'm sorry about that, darling. So yeah, just a reminder for anybody new that's coming in. I've seen a question from 2T2. If you are wanting a reading today during the live stream, we do need your name and date of birth and the other person in question's name and date of birth if there are other people involved. And we cannot read on anything that's medical and that includes pregnancy. Just for legal reasons, it's something we're not allowed to do as tarot readers. And I also don't feel morally sound in reading on things to do with medical issues. So if you would like a reading, make sure you're putting all the information we need in there, because if we don't have all the information that we need, we won't be able to do the reading in your comment what we picked today. Okay, so can we have the next question, please? Okay. Okay, not a problem they have. Can look into this for you. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm afraid to say he is ghosting you. It isn't a connection that he's going to be pursuing any further. So sorry, that is it's unfortunate. However, at least you know, and now you have the closure you need. Can we have the next question, please? Okay. So, Nomit, when do you have to study more for your dream job? I can certainly have a gander there with you a moment. Also, just for more people who are coming in, welcome in. My name is Sophia. For your question today, we will only be answering one question at a time. So if you do have a specific question you want answered more than others, please do make sure to put that one rather than several questions, as we want to try and make sure we can get through as many people as possible today. So, Nomit, when will you get your dream job? Okay. Okay, so you will need to be studying some more to be able to get your dream job. That is for certain, because at the moment what's holding you back is you don't feel as confident in your field. You don't feel as confident with even applying for the jobs, and your lack of confidence is what's coming across when you're going to interviews for your dream job. And it is preventing you from getting that job. However, one thing that will massively help you to get that job is studying more, mainly so you feel confident in the job. You're like, okay, I have X qualification, I have Y knowledge, I know I can do this. So yeah, get that studying done. If not for anything else, but to make sure you feel like you can absolutely crush the job you're going for. Okay, next question, please. We've already had that question, I think. Okay, Laura. So unfortunately, we won't be able to answer this question as, again, it doesn't have the year of birth. The reason for needing the dates of birth is partly to help connect, but also partly to ensure you are over 18, as we cannot read for you if you are under 18, or if any of the parties involved are under 18. Okay, I just want to know, Anas, it's physically and emotionally attracted me and have future potential. I can certainly look into that for you, Laura. Okay. Okay. So I'm sorry to say that here it just feels like much more of a friendship rather than a romantic connection, unfortunately. And sadly, no matter how much time you spend as friends or how long you try and essentially woo her into seeing you in a romantic light, it won't come to fruition. And sadly, it is just going to be a friendship at the very most. I'm sorry it's not better news, my darling. Okay, next question, please. Name is Jennifer and his name is Ivan. Is the situationship over between me and Ivan? Oh, Jennifer, I feel for you. Situationships are the absolute worst. They are the bane of my life. So I can feel your pain here. You always feel like you never get proper closure with a situationship. So let me take a look. Sadly, it seems that any romantic element to the situationship is over. It will at very most be a friendship going forward. He is focusing more on work, career, and people he wants to keep consistently in his life that bring him joy, I'm sad to say. So yeah, it doesn't look the best, unfortunately. I'm sorry it's not better news for you, darling. And if we can have the next one. How are things looking for the relationship I'm in, Kayla and Felix? I can for sure have a look into it. Also, I love your hair, Kayla. Your hair is gorgeous. Let me take a look. Nice lashes, girl. Oh, beautiful. How are things going to go for Kayla and Felix? Okay. This is good. However, you've got a warning, girl. So, there is potential for a really very long and happy relationship here. Like super full of love, full of mutual respect, full of care. It is stunning. But if you let your anxieties get the best of you and let your trust issues get the best of you and doubt his intentions, doubt his loyalty, doubt doubt him being faithful, it will push him away to the point that he completely disconnects from the relationship and leaves. So don't let your anxieties and your issues with trust ruin something for you that could be really, really amazing. Because like that energy there, that energy for a relationship is just beautiful. We love that. We love that energy. So definitely, just be aware of how the nasty little demon in the back of your brain that tells you the mean things that, he's not to be trusted or he's cheating or anything like that. Just, make sure that's not getting in the way of anything amazing. Okay, so if we can have the next question, please. Oh, Laura, thank you so much. And thank you again for putting in the dates of birth. I really, really appreciate that. So thank you again. Let me take a look. Will you and Druma become friends again? Okay. So you can become friends again, definitely. But you have to reach out to her and you need to make a significant effort to reconnect with her. I'm getting the energy here and I'm hearing that she feels like you did something wrong. She feels like you slighted her or hurt her in some way. And she feels that she needs an apology from you. That's why she's ghosted you. I kind of get that you don't have a clue what that could be. You weren't even aware that you'd upset her or aware that you'd, hurt her in any way. So you don't really know what you could possibly have to apologize for, which is very fair and very valid. But yeah, this is something you would have to reach out and make an apology and essentially make it up to her if you wanted to become friends again. I'm hearing the word grovel, although it does feel very much like the thing you did wrong was barely a slight and it may have been taken completely out of proportion. And you shouldn't have to grovel to get that friendship back. I'll be quite honest with you. But if that is something you're wanting to look into, then that's the way it would have to be. Okay, so next question. Princess Phil, you're so welcome, Kayla. You're so welcome. Curtie, okay. Is he true to me and is he going to marry me and when? Okay, Curtie. So as I said earlier, we will only be answering one of the questions because we do not sadly have time to answer all those questions. So I will see whether he is being faithful with you or faithful to you, should I say. Let's have a look. And if you do want to ask more questions, I am going to be available and online on Cassandra straight after this live stream. So if you are wanting some more information, you feel like we had a reading, you didn't get all the information you needed, or you have completely different questions that you want answering, please do come and see me afterwards and we can certainly do a reading for you there. So, is Harpreet faithful to Curtie? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look at that rainbow. Look at that rainbow and that happy little family there. That couldn't be looking better. So 100% he is being completely faithful and loyal to you, my darling, which is wonderful news. Wonderful news. Okay, so next question, please. Shivani, just so you're aware, I can see your comment. You may have only just got in, but just so you're aware, we cannot answer any questions on medical matters. I'm so sorry to hear about your baby, and I really do hope they get better and improve soon. I'll be sending some extra energy and blessings your way to you and your family, but we unfortunately won't be able to read on that for you today. Shea, okay. Well, you and your husband was what I was attempting to say before my mouth ran away with me. Will you and your husband reconcile, or do you just need to co-parent? We can certainly take a gander for you. Okay. So, we'll done off and show you side. Where have you gone? You're under there. Okie dokie. Gotcha. I feel like I need to have like a big kind of like container that just like all the cards cannot run away from. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Shea, I mean, it couldn't be much clearer than this, honey. It couldn't be much clearer than this. Look at that. Look at all that beautiful positive energy. We've got we've got the world. We've got the lovers. We've got the Four of Wands. You're going to reconcile. You're going to reconcile. Just give it time. Give it time. Don't put too much pressure on it. Trying to force it will only make him back off. But you are going to reconcile and things are going to be better than they were, which is really great. You're not going to have the issues that you were having previously, which is really nice to hear. Okay. Also, everybody, just so you know, if you are in the chat and you're leaving a comment because you want your question answered, please don't just ask the same question over and over and over again. We will get to your comment if we are able to, I promise you. But putting the same question in several times, it will not enable you to get your question asked any faster or enable you to actually have your question bumped up the queue. We will get to it if we are able to. But yeah, just so you're aware. Okay, so next question, please. We have had that question already, please. So Steve, if there we go. Yeah, it just unfortunately just puts it back into the if there are too many questions, the system can't pick up that we've already had that question. So it delays a little bit and it's less chance for everybody to get their questions answered. Okay. Lovely to meet you, Lena. Oh, this is your first live. Amazing. Well, thank you for making me your first live. It's lovely to have you here. Will you and your ex reconcile this year? His name is Rod. Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Will Lena and Rod reconcile? There we go. I sit a little closer to make sure the cards don't fly out everywhere, but it does mean you have a little more of my forehead, so I apologize for that. Lovely. So he is very quickly over the next couple of months going to realize how much of a dumbass he was for letting you go. So we love that energy. We love it when people realize that, you know, they've lost out on something amazing. When you already know you're amazing. I know you're amazing. You can feel this energy here without a doubt. And he is going to come coming back to you. He is going to come back to you with, you know, I screwed up. I apologize. I know I need to do better. But is there a possibility you're going to give me another chance? So we love that. We love that energy. So I'm very pleased for you indeed, Lena. Very pleased for you. And the fact that he's actually going to realize exactly the incredible goddess that he let go, even better, rather than just going, I miss you, but you need to change. Because we don't like that energy, do we? No. Okay, so if we can have the next question, please. Carmen, is your boyfriend Joey a forever person? How does he see our future together? When will we see each other again? Okay. As I've said earlier, we can only answer one part of the question at a time. We don't have the time to answer every single part of the question, but I can look into this for you. And if you do want more information after the live stream, I will be live on Cassandra after this. So please just come through, click the little link where there's a link somewhere. I'm not sure where the link is. But click the link, come through, and we can certainly finish off the reading for you and look into the other areas that you're wanting to look into. Okay, so let's see if he's your forever person. So, Joe can't. I didn't even get to finish asking a question then. Hello. So, unfortunately, he's not your forever person. I'm sorry to say. Not your forever person. Unfortunately, the long distance is going to have a massive strain on the relationship with regards to him getting a little bit, I want to say overprotective, because I wouldn't say to the extent of controlling, but because he isn't present with you, he is going to worry more and more about what it is you're up to, whether there are any other men in your life, etc. That is going to put a strain on the relationship. However, you will reconcile at some point and move forward together, and it will be beautiful after that, because he will realize how much of a dippy he was for acting that way, and realize that was his anxieties and insecurities getting the best of him, and you will get back together. So that's great to hear. So it's bad news, but it's got a silver lining, so we like that. And I'm really liking how many people today are actually realizing that they're messing up. We love that, because that energy doesn't come along very often, so we love to see this. Okay, so the next question, please. Jen, are we really over any chance of reconciliation between Jen and Keith? I can certainly look into that for you, darling. Also, I love your picture. That looks like such a fun little picture. That's so cute. Oh, Joe, I've just glanced over that. Okay, no problem, Jen. Not a problem at all. I've just read your comment come through, so not a problem at all when you do it, but absolutely fine, darling. Is Jen and Keith's marriage really over? Sorry to say, my darling, but it is. There isn't going to be any reconciliation between the two of you. That is the end of the journey for the both of you. But there is a positive silver lining to this. As much as it's never nice to hear a relationship, especially a marriage, is going to end, your life, after you become more accustomed to being on your own again. Wait. There we are. My hands didn't want to work for a moment. It's going to improve massively. Like, you are going to be much happier in the future than you ever were with Keith, which I know seems daft because you did love him, and as much as there were bad times, there were also good times. But look at that energy. Like, the world is your oyster with regards to your future. Absolutely your oyster with regards to your future. You can do whatever you want with it, and you're going to have a real whole bunch of happiness, which is gorgeous to see. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. See, so it's sad that you won't be reconciling, but it's not all bad, which is what we like to hear. Okay. So, Annie and Junior, put my teeth in. Will Annie and Junior get back together? Okay, let me have a look. As I say, I can't answer more than one question today, so we just don't have time for it. We have around 10 minutes left today, and we want to make sure we get to as many people as possible. But if there are, I cannot make words. If there are any of the questions that I didn't manage to get to, I will be live on Cassandra after this if you want to come for further reading. So, will Annie and Junior get back together? There we go. There's the last one. There was one more little one that wanted to come out and it was hiding. Let's have a gander. You will get back together, which is great. We'd love to hear that. Look at all that happy energy. But you need to stop letting your jealousy get the best of you, because that will only push a wedge between you again. So just be aware of that. Let him go out with his friends. Let him have fun aside from you, because yes, partners are amazing. Having fun with your partner is exactly what we want from life, but it is not healthy to spend every waking moment with your partner, and you need other support systems outside of your partner to be able to have a truly happy, healthy, and full life. So next question, please. Name is Julian. I was wondering if you'd be able to pick up my current love life and what can you see for me in the future? Okay, so let me have a look at the future for your love life as the pickup for, I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, and I wouldn't want to get you information that doesn't make any sense, isn't relevant with regards to your current love life. When you're getting readings, it is always best to if you can make your language more specific for what you're wanting to learn. Doesn't, like, obviously you don't have to give super details, because I know that sometimes you can feel like if you give too much detail, it's kind of giving the game away, giving the story away. But if you don't give detail, but just ask what you're looking to find out. So if you're wanting to know who likes you in your current love life, is there anyone that likes you in your current love life? That kind of thing, rather than, oh, your person of interest. Oh, okay, sorry. Thank you, Julian. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a look. If your person of interest, let's have a look at them. We would need a name of date of birth, though, and we don't. Oh, Ashley Love. Sorry, Julian, I'm supposed to be the psychic here, not you. You literally started typing before I even got it out of my mouth. Okay, so how does Ashley feel about Julian? Let's have a look. Okay. Ooh, hello. Let's try and get these before they run away. Okie dokie. Ooh, we got, this is a hell of a lot of energy. This is a complicated situation, honey. This is a complicated situation. I feel like you find yourself in complicated situations a lot. All right, so we're going to break this down. We'll start off with what's going on for them previously that's affecting things. So they got out of a relationship that was horrific. Like, that energy there for that relationship, like, you can just, my camera's backwards. You can just see how exhausted that person is on that card. This relationship broke their heart and wiped out all their energy and made them lose a lot of trust in not just love, but also in relationships in general and in men. And we feel here that you're not like that, which is great. Feels like you're one of the good ones, which we love. Like, we've got real good energy here. So there is potential. There absolutely is potential, which we love to see as well. And potential for a hell of a lot of happiness. If I can get, why aren't my hands working? There we go. Potential for a hell of a lot of happiness. We've got all this, like, we've got the emotional satisfaction, we've got overflowing emotions, and we've got absolute joy. All gorgeous energy. So with Ashley, I'd say be patient. Patience is the key here. And when you say you're going to do something, follow through. That's one thing I'm massively hearing. If you say you're going to be there for her, be there for her. If you basically, you say you're going to do something, do it. Because she's been let down a hell of a lot. But you need to give her time to heal from all this, because she isn't going to be able to trust you or have a healthy relationship with you if she's not healed from this. And I think that's what we forget sometimes. We have a heartbreak and we're like, we just want to feel that love again to heal that heartbreak. But that heartbreak doesn't heal. We just move on and fill that breakage with something else. And that's when, sadly, relationships can go wrong. So healing from one connection before entering into another is really crucial. So yeah, give her time. Definitely give her time. But there's potential there. Okay. And thank you so much for like the extra information as well. I really appreciate that. So next question, please. Okay, Nancy and Mike, will he contact you? Okay, I can certainly look into that for you, Nancy. And thank you so much for being here today. Oh, my contact. Sorry, my darling, but he's not going to be in contact. That was sadly very quick and very, very, very clear. I'm sorry, but he's not going to be in contact. I wish it was better news for you. If we can have the next question, please. And you're welcome, Julian. You're very, very welcome indeed, darling. Okay, Amy Jane. Oh, I love that name, Amy Jane. That's so lovely. It sounds like something out of a poem or a song. Will you and your husband Liam get back together? Okay, let me have a look for you. Will Liam and Amy Jane get back together? It was that one that was meant to come out, was it? Okay. Unfortunately, it's not great news, my darling. You won't be getting back together. This relationship is over. It feels very much like he disconnected from the marriage a long time before it actually ended. A long time before he made you aware that it wasn't what he wanted anymore. It took him a long time to actually just get up the courage to end things. So I'm sorry it's not better news for you, but at least you have the closure you need now to move forward and restart your life outside of being in a marriage and doing what's best for you. Very one moment. I just need a drink of water because all this chatting's making me very thirsty. Okie dokie. If we can have the next question, please. We've only got about 5 minutes left, guys. So as I say, we will try and get through. I think we've had this question already. Yeah, this is why we say if we can keep questions to just type it once, because we've got like Shannon, I've seen your question a couple of times. If we can just keep it to typing your question once, because we only have very, very limited time and we're trying to get through as many questions as possible and not that little bit waste time. So if we can have the next question, please. So we have around 5 minutes left until we can Sandeep, okay. So you're seeking a divorce from your wife. Can you tell you? No, you can't tell you, but I can tell you. Can I tell you when you will get a divorce? Okay, let me have a look. When will Sandeep and his wife get divorced? Wait, so how many weeks? Maths is hard. Bear with me 1 second. 10, 11, 12, 13. So 3 months? 3 months. Between 3 and 4 months from now is when things will start to make some movement really forward. Obviously, I feel like there's some resistance from your wife's side here that may be slowing things down a bit. But in around 3 or 4 months, things are really going to start moving forward and you'll be seeing some progress. And as I say, we don't have time for more than one question per person today. But if you do want to look more detailed into questions I may not have got to or questions you want more information on, I am going to be live on Cassandra Plus, so you can always come and see me there. Next question, please. We've had that one as well. We've probably got time for just the one more. So this will be we've got time for just one more. So this will be our last question. Okay. So, Franda. Oh my gosh. Are they your dogs, Franda? If they are your dogs, give them many head pats for me. They look like very, very good puppers. They are lovely. So let's have a look. Franda, you had an interview last week. Do you have a chance of getting the job? Okay. So will Franda get the job we have to interview for? Just Just double check, 'cause I feel that there's more that needs to come out here. Oh, okay, there is more that needs to come out here. There we go. Let's have a look at all this energy we've got here. So, this is wonderful. This is great. But there is a caveat with it. There is a warning. So just be aware. You will get the job. Look at all this. Look at all this good energy. Look at all this good energy. And it's going to it's all real good energy. We love to see it. You're going to be very happy there. And you're going to do that well, that you will become people's go-to person to lean on, which is a good thing. But do not let them take the mick out of you. Do not become their dumping ground for work. Don't let them take advantage of you, because you will be overworked if you don't set boundaries with people. So setting boundaries is key. But you are going to get the job, and you're going to be very, very happy there, which is awesome to see. So sadly, that was the last question we had time for today. And it was absolutely amazing reading for all of you. I had so much fun. I always have so much done doing these. So much fun doing these with Cassandra and with you guys. And as I say, if I didn't manage to get to your question today, I'm very, very sorry. But if you are wanting a reading, I will be live on Cassandra straight after this. I'll probably make myself a cup of tea and then get straight onto Cassandra. And you can come and grab a reading with me if I either didn't get to your question or you needed more information from the question. Absolutely fine. So yeah, my name's Sophia. You can find me on Cassandra. It's been lovely to have you all with me, and I'll hopefully speak to you all very soon. Goodbye for now.